After messing up their January transfer window, Arsenal is looking to rectify all their problems to either obviously try to set up a team that can hugely compete for the trophy in the season of 2025-2026. I'm talking about the Premier League because I believe they're really off the track and they're not really up to the levels to obviously compete with the likes of Liverpool in this Premier League charge of 2024-2025. Welcome to this channel. They've gone ahead to set their priority targets, for now, and the Athletic is reporting that these are their 3 prime targets in the summer transfer window. I note it that very many players are obviously going to be linked to Arsenal, but these are their primary targets, meaning that a team will always have close to 5 players shortlisted for every position they need to sign in. But I tell you what, they'll obviously have to pick one out of those 5. And now Arsenal is looking to bring in 3 players, and the shortlist is really gonna be making rounds all over social media. And here we'll be letting you know the priority players that Arsenal are really interested in. Remember, we are powered by Saint Maria Goroti SS Katende, whose registration is in progress for S1s, S2s, S3s, and S5s. You understand? You can register via their website that you can find their link into the description box below. After the title, you go below, you'll see the link of these admissions. All call them on +256 702 478 536 or +256 702 564 109. That is Saint Maria Goret SS Katende. They are really located alongside Masaka Road. So that's exactly how things are really happening into the mix. So this is the story that the Athletic has gone ahead obviously throwing into our eyes, that Arsenal's priority in the summer is to sign a new striker and midfielder. Zubimendi's deal should be closed before the end of the season. Arsenal are favourites to sign Severin Yepen. Benjamin Sesko is the #1 target for the Gunners for the centre forward position. Now, a lot has been said about strikers, and there is another story I'm obviously going to be bringing to you, another striker that has been linked to Arsenal, with very many Arsenal fans pointing their fingers at Alexandra Isak. Looks like Arsenal is interested in signing Benjamin Sesko. And when I hear that Arsenal is in for Benjamin Sesko, I'm not really surprised, because last summer, Arsenal wanted to sign Benjamin Sesko, and all they could go in for was for 55 million euros, something like 45 million pounds. So after Benjamin Sesko went ahead to obviously extend his contract with the side of RB Leipzig, and a new release clause was included, obviously Arsenal have not yet moved on to another striker in their listing, meaning that Benjamin Sesko is still topping the list, but that doesn't put away Alexandra Isak, Victor Osimhen, Jonathan David, and Oli Watkins. The list still has Jokeris also, so they're really having 5, but the Athletic is telling us that the first player that Arsenal is looking into sign is none other than Benjamin Sesko. You understand? And he's the priority striker. And I really understand their situation where Arsenal is in, because for Benjamin Sesko, I think for 65 million pounds, you can get him. Alexandra Isak, Newcastle wants between 130 million pounds to 150 million pounds. And guys, if I'm Arsenal, I wouldn't obviously spend money of close to 130 million pounds onto a player like Alexandra Isak, because it's not realistic. I know he's Premier League proven, he has done it all, but I don't think there is a club that can obviously cough that amount of money to Newcastle. And this player has reached a level of really wanting to play for big teams. For all the seasons has been here, he has been netting in goals, and even this season, Isak is soon hitting 20 goals in the Premier League season. I think he has 19 goals right now, but in the remaining 10 games, I know he'll obviously score those goals, meaning that he will need to play for a big team. And I think he's left with just 2 years on his contract, and this is the season where they're supposed to sell him. And if at all they put a very huge price tag on him, then they might find themselves selling him cheaper next summer, because the player will need to obviously move on and really play for another big club. So we wait and see how that pans out. But the player in the names of Benjamin Šeško is topping the list. And by the way, yesterday, is it yesterday? He went ahead to score yesterday. He went ahead to obviously score some goals, and in the due course of really scoring those goals, he found himself in a position of really putting in a very big shift altogether as a player. And these are his stats for now. When you look at in the DFB Pokal Cup, 3 games, 3 goals and 1 assist. Bundesliga, 22 games, 10 goals and 4 assists. UEFA Champions League, 8 games, 4 goals and 0 assists. That is Benjamin Šeško for you, meaning that he has so far played 35 games and he has scored 17 goals with 5 assists. Those are 22 goal involvements for a player in Benjamin Šeško, meaning that he's soon really hitting the numbers that most of you are really demanding from him. But he's really one of those that Arsenal is looking at. The other player goes by the names of Zubimendi. Zubimendi is one of those that we got a confirmation from David Austin that Arsenal had gone ahead to agree personal. I think it was Sami Mikbol in the January transfer window that Arsenal wanted to bring him on in the January transfer window, and they've gone ahead to agree personal terms with the player, and they want to bring him at the London best club, that is Arsenal, meaning that he's the second player, meaning that they're trying to strengthen the striking line first and then the midfield second. That is all about Zubimendi. We all know to it that he has a release clause of close to 60 million euros, and that is like 53 million pounds that Arsenal is supposed to cough to see to it that they really get in this player. And looks like the budget of Arsenal is really going to be around 150 million pounds in there for you, minus those that are really going to be leaving the club of Arsenal. So that is Arsenal's priority target. Second Arsenal priority target is Zubimendi, who is a player that will revolutionize that midfield of Arsenal, meaning that Jorginho or Partey, one of those will leave, or both will leave, and maybe Arsenal bring in other players. You understand? But Arsenal are quite sure that they will lose one or two midfielders, especially into that defensive position. That's why they've gone ahead to hurry to agree personal terms with the side of Zubimendi, and Real Sociedad was like, we are not selling this player until it clocks the summer. So they have him in, and if I told you obviously want to see Zubimendi play and see how good he is next week on Thursday, don't miss out on the game of Man United playing Real Sociedad down in Spain. You get? Don't miss out onto that big one. And the other one is Severin Japan. I brought you a story, was it yesterday, but one that Arsenal have gone ahead to obviously do the most important bit of it all. They've presented a 5-year contract to Severin Japan, and one of those contracts is really huge for the player, and he's comparing it with one that Aston Villa have gone ahead to submit to him. That's where we are right about now. So the 3 targets that Arsenal are really looking up to are Benjamin Šeško, primary target, primary center forward target; Zubimendi, primary central midfield target; and Neipan, another player who is really versatile. I told you he plays as a wide forward on the left and right. He can play behind a striker. He can also play as a he can also play as a half number 9. So your reactions to Arsenal's priority 3 targets named are welcome in the comment section below. Who would you want out of these 3, and who don't you want out of those 3? If at all there is one that you don't want to be signed by Arsenal, you have all what it takes to come up and tell me the following. 1. Who is your alternative for that player? Rokani David signs out for now. See you later. Bye bye. Second video of the day, and we are really getting dead.